Why, hello, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Tuesday reaction video. And of course, keeping with the theme, I went back and checked out the comment section from last Tuesday, and easily the most requested reaction you all want this week is this one right here, which has been requested for a long time, by the way, and that is Taylor Swift's Tiny Concert. I've checked out a Tiny Concert performance before. I don't know how many I've done, but I know I've done BTS's, so I'm pretty excited to see another one. It's been a while, and I've been so excited to do this one. I'm glad it finally won in like the comment section. People were voting for it the most, so let's do it. I'm gonna stop talking, go grab some snacks, a blanket, a nice drink, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just relax, and let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift's Tiny Desk Concert. I don't remember what the copyright's around NPR, so if the video is blurred, as usual, unblurred reactions on Patreon, $1. So, link in the description.
Wow, this is a lot of people in a tiny office. I love it.
Has anyone ever like broken down everything in the background? Because is that Flight of the Conchords on the left there? It is, isn't it? That's awesome.
I'm Taylor. Welcome to my Tiny Desk concert.
Look at the yellow submarine and the Beatles up there.
Wow, it's great to be in DC. You guys had anything exciting going on the last couple weeks, or any possible changes in play? Do us a favor. Give a round of applause to NPR for putting this whole thing on.
Well done, NPR!
Tiny Desk is like one of my favorite corners of the internet.
I just want to say quickly as well, just as an update. So, the concert is less than a month away before I'm seeing Taylor Swift live in London with my wife. I am going to be regularly uploading videos the closer to the time. They'll probably start happening anytime now. On TikTok, I'll be uploading TikToks. I'll be uploading videos on Twitter, on Instagram, basically all other social media platforms. So all I'm saying is make sure you're following on them. You'll also get a few YouTube shorts. We've already started making the friendship bracelets, so we've got a few of them. So I might upload some videos of the making process, like some trimmed down videos of like us making the bracelets, upload some pictures of what the bracelets look like and that sort of stuff. And just like keep people regularly updated with like the outfits and like the preparation for the concert. And then I'm also going to record a vlog of the entire concert experience that will be uploaded to YouTube, probably as like a Friday Taylor Swift reaction. So if you want to stay up to date on everything, on the whole concert and all my information, everything like that, around the Taylor Swift experience, me seeing her live for the first time, just make sure you follow me on the social media platforms. Everything's in the description. Go click that and just click follow on whichever ones you have. And yeah, I'm going to start uploading a lot of things. So I feel like I should probably let you all know about that. I'm so excited. Can't wait to share the whole experience with all of you, by the way.
Tiny Desk is like...
Also, apologies for pausing again. Just for anyone who doesn't know yet, I'm going to the Monday, August show. I believe it's the 19th. I'm going to that show. So if you want to meet me at the concert, I'll be there. I'll be wearing a black jersey that will have G.O.T on the back. It'll be pretty easy to see. And I'll be wearing purple trousers as well. Lavender trousers, more specifically.
Tiny Desk is like one of my favorite corners of the internet. And I always love seeing, like, it's an opportunity for artists to decide a different way to showcase their music. And so you're kind of inundated by overwhelming opportunity and choices. Like, I just decided to kind of take this as an opportunity to show you guys how the songs sounded when I first wrote them. So it's just me. There's no dancers, unfortunately. So, you know, I have this album that just came out called Lover. Real happy you like it. It's one of those albums where I wrote everything on one instrument first. So it's really fun to pick songs to do acoustically because they all started out that way. And
you know what's... This, I don't know how to word this without it sounding like I'm a crazy person, so I'm just going to word it and just sound like a crazy person. You ever feel like some people just don't feel real? Like, people just act weirdly, and like some people are really negative and really mean, and you just think like, how, like, you being you and us being us, and you know, like, you feel sorry for people and you feel empathy and you feel bad with this sort of stuff, and you just wonder how some people can be so cold towards each other and almost people don't feel real, and you question it, like, how can a human act a certain way, right? I think this one of the simplest ways to describe Taylor would just literally be, she just feels so real. She just feels like a real person. And like I said, I know I sound crazy saying something like that. Like it might sound like weird. Hopefully it makes sense, but she does. I feel like that's it. She just feels real. She's like a real person. Like there's no fakeness, nothing around her. Just feels real, you know. And this opening, you can do the way she's like talking. I'm really glad to love her and all this sort of stuff. It just feels real. It's just like any person in this situation would act, and I like any normal human being, and that's why I love her so freaking much.
To pick songs to do acoustically because they all started out that way, and there's a song that I had wanted to write conceptually for a very long time, because over the course of my life it has occurred to me that we have a bit of a double standard issue in our society. It's something I've thought about 700 million times a day for the last 10 years of my life.
It's gotta be the man,
and I was
right?
always just wondering, like,
it's the man.
Can I write a song about this? Is there a concise and catchy way to write a song about this?
100% is the man.
What angle would I take if I were to write a song about this? And so I decided the most fun thing to do would be to imagine what my life would be like and what people would say about my life if I did all the same things, but if I was a man.
Did she just say I wanted to imagine what my life would be like? So that music video is Taylor imagining what her life would be like if she was a man? All right. So Taylor would just go off the rails, is what she's saying. That's really funny. God, I love this song. It's such a great song.
I would be complex. I would be cool. They say I played the field before I found someone to commit to, and that would be okay for me to do. Every conquest I had made would make
God,
me
her
more
voice
of a
sounds
boss
so
to you.
clear. I love it.
I'd be a fearless leader. I'd be an alpha type. When everyone believes you.
Stunning.
What's that like? I'm so sick of running as fast as I can.
That doesn't even sound live. I love it.
Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. 'Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man, I'd be the man.
I love this song so much. Definitely a bad song to get stuck in your head in public when you're a guy. And singing it out loud, because I'm a sing out loud kind of guy. Yeah, there's been a lot of instances where I've just been walking around the supermarket with my boys singing this song, and I get weird looks, you know? I get weird looks, but it's just too damn catchy not to sing out loud.
I'd be the man. They'd say I hustled, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much of this I deserve. What I was wearing, if I was rude, could all be separated from my good ideas and power moves. And they would toast to me, oh, let the players play. I'd be just like Leo in Saint-Tropez. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. 'Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man. I'd be the man, yeah.
I love hearing this song like this. Love it.
I'd be the man, yeah.
Oh, I love how she leans away from the mic to say
Like
yeah.
to brag about raking in dollars and getting bitches and models. And it's all good if you're bad. It's okay if you're mad. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch, not a baller. They paint me out to be bad, so it's okay that I'm mad.
The face! The face! The face! Yeah! Look at the face! You tell him, Taylor.
I'm so sick of running as fast as I can.
Wow.
Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. If I was a man, then I'd be the man.
That was interesting.
I'd be the man, yeah. Oh, I'd be the man. Oh, 'cause I'm so sick of them coming at me again. 'Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
see that? Anyone else see that? Like that falter in Taylor just then? The song went from being fun to being so serious, just like that. It's kind of sad, isn't it? She does this really well, where she takes these incredibly like important topics, makes them fun and consumable almost, right? So the masses hear it and the message spreads to as many people as possible. It's a genius way of like making music and spreading a really important topic, right? It's genius. But every now and then you like when that like glamour is stripped away and you get the rawness of a song like The Man, like that one verse where it calms down, you see Taylor's face like sort of sink a little bit. It just hits you and you just realize just how important this is. It's a fun song, but the message is so important, and the message isn't fun. The message is sad, and you just get a little glimmer of that, don't you?
I'd be the man if I was a man. Then I'd be the man.
Does the stuff behind it represent people that have been on Tiny Desk? Aww. Man, she is such a freaking... Wait, did she give...
So,
No! For fuck's sake! No! No! You go away! Think of something not sad. Think of something not emotional. There's a tree out my window. Look at the tree. There's a tree. It's green. That's a green tree. It's not working, guys. It's the crowd. The bloody crowd going, it's what did it. Stop it. Stop it. What's that blue car on the shelf? Think of that. What is that? It's a random blue car there. You guys see the blue car? Anyway, I'm fine. That was really sweet. That was really sweet. That was really sweet. And the crowd saying, she gave her pick to the young girl. Moving on. Moving on, it was cute. I love the little NPR bag.
So, there's a song that I wrote on the album that I knew as soon as I wrote it, it was going to be the title track.
Is this something all pianists do, or is it just something Taylor does? Because I do notice other pianists do this as well, that when they're sitting at a piano and they're talking, they always play. It's like they can't help themselves. It's like they just have to do it. So they'll be like talking to a crowd, like I'm talking to you right now, but they'll be just playing the piano while they're just talking. They're just talking to people, but they're playing the piano while they talk, and they're just playing random notes. Do you guys notice this as well? Are there any pianists watching this? Do you do this too? Is it like a habit that they all have? Or is it just a Taylor thing?
And it was like, writing songs is strange because it never happens exactly the same way, but sometimes it happens in a way that feels like this weird, like haunting that you can't really explain. Like you don't know where these ideas came from.
Now I just look like an idiot.
You feel like you didn't work at all to write it, and that's the best. That's like the best kind of song.
That's the best.
And then
kind
there
of
are
song.
most days you show up and the idea doesn't. And that's where craft, you have to kind of know the craft of it, and you have to try to like scrounge your brain for something to write because you're not always going to be inspired, and that's okay. There's a really good Elizabeth Gilbert TED Talk about that is like one of my favorite things to like cry while watching. But yeah, like with this song, it was one of those weird moments where I was just like, okay, this is just middle of the night. I'm like in my PJs, like stumbling to the piano because I got this idea. And the song just happened really quickly. There's a line in the song that I'm really proud of. And the line says, "With every guitar string scar on my hand, I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover." And that line is really special to me because I've spent quite a bit of time writing breakup songs. And songs about things not turning out the way you wanted them to, or...
Gosh, I love this! I love this! The amount of exposition we're getting! The amount of, like, monologues we're getting! No wonder you all recommended this. You guys know how much I love this. You all know how much I love this. I love this. I love this. Yes.
Songs about what you thought would be love and it turned out to not be that at all, or...
Random question. Have I done, like, an introduction guide to Taylor Swift, like a guide to Taylor Swift or an introduction to Taylor Swift. Have I done a video like that? That could actually be a really good idea. If there's a good one on YouTube, can you guys recommend it? I don't know if I've done one.
You know, just kind of the struggle of life. I find songwriting is really just like a cathartic, therapeutic thing for me. And so there are a lot of things I've written about in my life that were like the harder things I've had to go through. So I took that as a metaphor for like, you know, the times when I was learning to play guitar and I'd like play till my fingers bled when I was a kid, and I still have those marks from that. And you know, all the times I'd be like changing a string and it would pop, and I still have scars from that. But it's also a bigger metaphor for like, in life, you accumulate scars, you accumulate hurt, you accumulate moments of, you know, learning and disappointment and struggle and all that. And if someone's going to take your hand, they'd better take your hand, scars and all. So this is called Lover.
We all come with a little bit of baggage, and we need to understand and accept each other's. Otherwise, it's never going to work. We're all flawed.
We could leave the Christmas lights up till January.
I really love this song.
This is our place. We make the rules. And there's a dazzling haze, mysterious way about you, dear.
Look at her just looking at all the crowd.
Haven't known you 20 seconds, 20 years. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close forever and ever? You take me out, you take me home. Lover. Lover.
That squeak.
We could let our friends crash in the living room. This is our place, we make the call. And I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you. I loved you 3 summers now, honey, but I want them all.
I remember like the early stages of a relationship, you do feel like that. You know what? I still feel like that a little bit. It's it goes away. You know, when you first like with your partner, when you're first with your other half, and then you have that feeling. You think everyone wants them, and you're just like, everyone wants my. You stay away from my person. Like, you do feel like that. You have that sort of feeling. The longer you be together, the more it goes. I wouldn't call it paranoia. I like to look at it as you get something that's so precious to you, and you want to look after it. I think it's that simple. I don't think it's like paranoia. I don't think it's jealousy. I think everyone goes through it at the beginning of a relationship, and it is just because you now have something very precious and it means a lot to you, and you want to look after it. But yeah, now I've been with my wife for like 10 years. It's still there. It's still there. If I'm out with my wife, I just walk in a room with my wife, and I just think like it doesn't matter how many people is in that room. I'm like, well, I've got the most beautiful woman in the world right here, so surely everyone in here is looking at my my wife right now, and I'll feel like that forever because she's my number one.
Loved you 3 summers now, honey, but I want them all. Can I go where you go?
God,
Can we always
this song was made to be performed like this.
Close
It's perfect.
forever and ever, and I take me out, take me home.
Oh God, her voice.
You're my
Oh my word.
lover.
I gotta say this right now. This might be some of my favorite vocals from Taylor Swift ever. This song Love her. Taylor, when she writes songs, she writes them, we've all gone over this, she writes them so they can be stripped down and played acoustically or by a piano or without any instrumental, right? She wants to make sure that the song can be played anyway and it's going to sound just as fantastic, which I don't know anyone who does that, but I love that she does that. Also, I've just seen they've got that weird instrument with like the creature's head that is played like weirdly. Love that. But yeah, and this feels like how Lover is supposed to be played. This feels like, you know, like all the songs can be stripped down. This feels like the version that they're all stripped down from. This is alpha version. That's what it feels like. This feels like how Lover should be performed. It sounds perfect like this. And her voice just, it's hauntingly beautiful on this.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand? With every guitar string scar on my hand, I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover. And my heart's been borrowed, yours has been blue. All's well that ends well to end up with you. Swear to be over dramatic and true to my lover. And you'll save all your dirtiest jokes for me. And at every table, I'll save you a seat. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close forever and ever?
God, her voice!
Take me home.
These notes are crushing me, man.
You're oh, you're darling, you're my lover.
Doesn't even sound live. It doesn't. I know that it is, but it doesn't. It doesn't sound live. It's so clear. Her voice is so clear. The clarity is exceptional. The vocals were beautiful. The squeaking notes were everything. That is my favorite version of Lover. That was amazing. It was so good. Man. It's so good. Right.
You guys ever had costume changes at Tiny Desk?
Oh.
So over the course of the years that I've done interviews, which is I think probably about like 15 or 16 years now, I've gotten a question over and over again that I think has the potential to seriously deteriorate my mental health. The question is, what will you ever do if you get happy? Like, what will you write about? Will you just never be able to write a song again? It's an interesting question. And
Interesting question that we now have the answer to, right? Can we say, because Tortured Poets Department was written with Taylor in that place, but not every song, right? So that is like a taster of it, right? And also a lot of these songs that Taylor's written have been from where she was in a good place and a happy place, and like loads of them, right? But I noticed that she's just joking around with it.
it's an interesting question. And in the interviews when I would get that question as a young person, and I'd kind of be like, well, I started out writing songs about stuff I had no idea about. Like, I started writing songs when I was 12 years old, and they were usually about, heartbreak. I had no idea what I was talking about, but I had watched movies and I had read books, and so I would grab inspiration from character dynamics, as you do.
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. Every single historian that is alive today wasn't there. wasn't part of history, but they're experts in the field, right? So it's the same thing. They learn by reading books, by doing research. They learn. They weren't there, but they learn. Same way. I know it's really weird saying that, but it's kind of true. Also, random question I've been wanting to ask this entire video. What's everyone's favorite, most underrated or underappreciated Taylor Swift song? Let me have a look at that comment section. I'm curious.
I would
wanna know how
grab
many have I
inspiration
reacted
from
to.
character dynamics, as you do. And so I would say in the interviews, like, I'd probably just do that. Like, if stuff is going on in the world that's not just happening to me, like, maybe I could get inspiration from that. But then I'd go home and I'd be like, what would happen if I was ever happy? Would I not be able to do the thing that I love the most in the world? Like, oh my God. Would I not be able to write breakup songs anymore? I love breakup songs. They're so fun to write.
This is like that meme where it's like, are you a warrior? And then Taylor's like, I worry about everything. I'm worried about this. I worried about this. This is the same thing.
And so then I happened to be writing this album, Lover, which is a very, very happy, romantic album. And I started, like, in my life, a few of my friends were going through breakups and we were talking. It's like those kinds of breakups where you need to talk to your friend all the time because they need to talk about it all day, every day. So I was having a lot of conversations about breakups. I watched movies that were really, like, well done about breakups. In some of the books I was reading, there were some good breakups happening. And so this all culminated in me, like, waking up one day with all these, like, heartbreak lyrics in my head. And I was like, it's still here. Yes.
What kind of books does Taylor read?
So I ended up writing a song that was a breakup song on the Lover album. And I was like, this song is my proof that, don't have to stop writing songs about heartache and misery.
Is she about to say what?
Which for me is incredible news. So this is called Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Huh.
Saying goodbye is death by a thousand cuts. Flashbacks waking me up. I get drunk, but it's not enough. Cause the morning comes and you're not my baby. I look through the windows of this love, even though we boarded them up. Chandelier still
Such
flickering
great
here, 'cause
lyrics.
I can't pretend it's okay when it's not.
God, the lyrics are amazing.
It's death by a thousand cuts.
Amazing.
I dress to kill my time. I take the long way home. I ask the traffic lights if it'll be alright. They say I don't know. And what once was ours is no one's now. I see you everywhere. The only thing we share is this small town. You said it was a great love, one for the ages. But if the story's over, why am I still writing pages? 'Cause saying goodbye is death by a thousand cuts. Flashbacks waking me up. I get drunk, but it's not enough. 'Cause the morning comes and you're not my baby.
Just had one of those moments. I always wonder if people can pick up on them before I announce them. Just had one of those moments where I literally just got unplugged. Like, I love those moments. I always wonder what it looks like on a reaction when that happens to me. When I, like, proper get unplugged and get, like, lost with the song. And I feel like, because for me, when I come back, I feel like I've just been, like, blank expressioned for, like, 30 seconds. Oh, that happens when I just start going inside of my head and I'm just lost with the song. And the song is just taking me on some sort of, like, journey through my memories or past or a movie scene or something. And I always feel like that is a showcase of just brilliant writing. I feel like these are some of the best written lyrics I've heard. Like, they're fucking amazing. They are awesome on this song. Especially the opening verse. It's just so well done. I love it.
I look through
The symbolism is
windows
incredible.
of this love, even though we boarded them up. Chandelier still flickering here, 'cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not.
Brain shape is
Death
wow.
by a thousand cuts. my body, my love. Trying to find a part of me that you didn't touch. Gave up on me like I was a bad drug. Now I'm searching for signs in a haunted club. Our songs, our films, united we stand. Our country, yes it was a lawless land. Quiet my fears with the touch of your hand. Paper cut stings from a paper thin dance. My time, my wine, my spirit, my trust. Trying to find a part of me it didn't take up. Gave you too much, but it wasn't enough. But I'll be alright, it's just 1,000 cuts.
God, the emotional switch up there.
Get drunk, but it's not enough.
From angry to
Cause you're
mellow.
not my baby. I look
Sad.
through the windows of this love, even though we boarded them up. Chandelier still flickering here, cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not. No, it's not. It's death by 1,000 cuts. My body, my love, my trust. But it wasn't enough, no, no.
I really feel like having these acoustic versions of these songs really allows you to properly relate to them or attach yourselves to them. It really allows the emotions of these songs to shine through as well, like the rawity of them. Especially when Taylor is like just getting lost in it as well, and you can see it on her face, you can see her looking around, you can see her feeling it as well. She like leans into it more in like an emotional sort of way. I just think it's like stunning. Performances like this really just make the lyricism of her songs and the emotion of her songs just shine so brightly, fiercely brightly. It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
I ask the traffic lights if it'll be alright. They say I don't know.
Every song, every single song feels like it was made to be performed like this. Every song. We're heading back over to the piano. How many songs are on NPR, by the way? I don't want it to end.
That I don't know.
Oh, the little girl's face. All right, we're gonna rewind and see that one more time. Look how happy she was. Oh, she was so happy. That was adorable. Fuck. No. Damn it. Oh, that was way too cute. That was way too cute. Oh no. Ah,
So-
damn it, I cried. Shit.
I was trying to think of what songs to do for this, and
Too
you
cute.
get like, I think you get like 4. So I was just like, and so I was thinking about how it's autumn, and that's like my favorite season. And people on the internet have been like kind enough, like in and amongst the people who care about my
Period.
music, have been kind enough to associate autumn with one of my albums called Red. And you know, I guess it's just a very like autumny album. And so I was thinking about that, like how it's so nice, the
What
crisp fall
song?
air is happening.
Yeah, like
And you know, I don't Google myself.
there's a certain song that I would say is quite autumny. Is that what song she's gonna play?
Ever. I recommend you not do it either.
She says she don't Google herself ever. She recommends don't do it either. I've done it a bunch of times. Nothing comes up. I don't exist. No one knows me. Every now and then I'll be like, eh? Oh. One day. Maybe I should just do a controversy. What would be... I was actually joking with my friend about this. I was like, I should do one controversy. Just like one random ass controversy. And just see. Just wait. Just be like, eh? And I was like, wouldn't it be really sad if I just wake up and no one cared? I was just like, yeah, whatever. And I'd be like, oh, man. Damn it.
But my dad does. And he like will send me links to things, and every
Papa
once in a while I'll
Swift.
see them, and that's the only way I get my news.
I love that.
But
Also, he's the best. I
He sends
love
me
him.
these lists that are like very nice like ranking my songs, which that's really nice of people to do. I really love.
I love
people
that her
do
dad
that,
is
and
looking
I find
them
it
up.
really nice, and
Just think, her dad looked up like people ranking her songs. He looked that up. That is adorable.
Nice of people to do. I really love that people do that,
That is
and I
cute.
find it really nice, and I'm grateful that people care enough to rank my songs. There's one song that like I'm particularly proud of, because when the Red album came out, there was this one song on the album that I was like, I'm the only one who loves this song this much. But it's only because it happened to me and it was personal. No one else is gonna like All Too Well as much as
Oh, we knew it.
and
We-
when it came out on
we
the
know.
album, like slowly but surely over the course of that album's life and then beyond, you know, you guys have made that song something that was way more than I ever thought the life of that song would be. And like, I've just had so much fun playing it in concert and like screaming it with you guys, like, and
Damn it.
yeah. So
I'm crying.
the fact that the
Okay,
song
great.
went out into the world and you guys like made it so that it's like always, I think it's usually number one on any list that's like saying what my songs are, which is great. And I'm happy that like my opinion lines up with your opinion on that, because that was probably my favorite song on Red. And so I figured that maybe I would play it for you. Before I do play it for you, I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me. This is really amazing to get to do this, and I'm honored that
She's
I was
such a-
invited.
such
And
a
the fact that
sweetie.
this many people would want to cram
No,
into a
she's so-
space, I really
Look
I
at them! Look at them
understand
all!
the sacrifices that have been made for me today. So
Isn't she just the sweetest?
here's a sad song about fall.
No, not the sad song about fall. Well, you ready to have a cry? I thought we were gonna be all right this Tuesday. I was wrong. I should have known. You lot recommending a video, I should have known. I know what you guys are like. Don't pretend. I know what you're like. You only come here because you want to see me cry. You are sadistic. Also, All Too Well is a weird one. I love All Too Well. I don't know if I would like put it top of my list though. My favorite song is still Lavender Haze. Like I just love Lavender Haze. I don't even know what it is about it, but I just love that song. However, All Too Well is like this is what it's like. It's like if I was gonna put together a list of the top 5 greatest movies, my favorite movies not on that list. You know what I mean? Like, my favorite movies, I'm like a sucker for an old school comedy. I love American Pie. Starship Troopers is my all-time favorite movie. Just like ridiculously silly movies, right? But the best movies of all time, that's not my favorite movies, but I still think they're fantastic. So if I was putting together a list of Taylor Swift's greatest songs, in my opinion, you can be damn well sure All Too Well is being on that list. Every time, without a doubt. It's a masterpiece of a song.
I walked through the door with you. It was cold. Something about it felt like home. Somehow when I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you've still got it in your drawer even now. Your sweet disposition, my wide-eyed gaze, was singing in the car, getting lost upstate.
Oi! Oi! Fuck off! I'm gonna struggle enough on All Too Well as it is. Don't you bloody dare start showing me the Swifties. Don't you bloody dare. That's not fair. That's not fair. Who the hell is this camera dude? You know, like, don't. That is mean. Naughty. No.
Leaves falling down like pieces into place. I can picture it after all these days, and I know it's long gone, and that magic's not here no more. And I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. There we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red 'cause you were looking over at me. Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well. Photo album on the counter, your cheeks were turning red. You used to be a little kid with glasses in a twin-size bed. Your mother's telling stories about you on the t-ball team. You taught me about your past, thinking your future was me. I know it's long gone, and there was nothing else I could do. I forget about you long enough to forget why I needed you. 'Cause there we are again in the middle of the night.
I just want to say, there's so many reasons I love this woman. This is one of them. And I've complimented her on it a million times before. But the way Taylor leans into a performance, the way Taylor embodies it, the way she remembers it, every single time she performs a song, I just feel it. I bloody well feel it. Every time. And I feel it because she feels it. Because I'm watching her and I'm seeing her feeling the song and her losing herself emotionally and her remembering the pain and the anguish. And you see that on her face. And then you see it on her face and then you feel it and then you get lost in it because she's getting lost in it. And I love that she can do that. No fakeness. Real, raw emotions. And even though it breaks my heart quite a lot, I love her for it.
Dancing around the kitchen in the refrigerator light. Down the stairs, I was there. I remember it all too well.
Look at her.
Got lost in translation. Maybe I asked for too much. Maybe this thing was a masterpiece till you tore it all up. Running scared, I was there. I remember it all too well. And you call me up again just to break me like a promise, so casually cruel. In the name of being honest, I'm a crumpled up piece of paper lying here. 'Cause I remember it all, oh.
I can't with her vocals on this, man. This whole live concert has just showcased some of my favorite vocals I've heard from Taylor. She has really just let her voice go with like just emotion and passion throughout this whole freaking Tiny Desk performance. I've loved every second of hearing this fantastic freaking lady sing and just melt my damn heart, man. I've loved it. What a beautiful voice, Taylor.
Too well.
Beautiful voice. Look at her. Look at her, just feeling it.
Time won't fly, it's like I'm paralyzed by it. I'd like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it. After plaid shirt days and nights when you made me your own, now you mail back my things and I walk home alone. But you keep my old scarf from that very first week, 'cause it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. You can't get rid of it, so you remember it all too well. 'Cause there we are again when I loved you so. Back before you lost the one real thing you've ever known. It was rare, you were there, you remember it all too well. Wind in my hair, you were there, you remember it all down the stairs. You were there, you remember it all. It was rare, you were there, you remember it all too well.
like I said, I don't know what the copyright's like around NPR, so hopefully I can just put it up unblurred. If for any reason I have to, obviously, I'll chuck up the unblurred on Patreon. There is something so damn special about this, about this person, about Taylor. There really is. Like, to do that performance, to then just stand up and to just go back to, like, for just the geeky Taylor we love, you know, does this performance. She's emotional. She's losing herself. We can see that on her face. We can hear her voice breaking and cracking. She's remembering it all. And then she just stands up and goes, "Thank you for having me." She's just the best. She's literally just the best. Taylor feels like if you just took, you know, that, like, the girl next door, that, like, lovely girl next door, you know, that is, like, that stories are made of, right? You know, movies and stories and books, the girl next door. And you just made her famous. And then she just woke up one day and she was famous. And she was a superstar. That's what Taylor feels like. Because Taylor, like, I would say it's probably because she's just had to work so hard for it, you know? And that's maybe, like, part of why she's just so freaking down to earth and just so real. Nothing was ever given to her. She's worked her ass off to get it. And in my experience, when I've met people like that in real life, in my old job and that sort of stuff, the people who just life handed them things are the people who are usually twats. It's sad but true. And the people who have worked so hard to get something are the people who are usually just really nice. You know, they're very appreciative and they're very, like, open-minded and respectful. And I don't know why those two things correlate, but they do. And I feel like maybe that has something to do with Taylor. But it's crazy just how much she just feels like she's just never changed. And we're going back and we're watching Speak Now at the moment, and she's just the same. You know, she's the same Taylor. And I just love that so much. And like I said, it's that girl next door that if she woke up the next day and she was just a superstar, she would still be yesterday that girl. So that day, she's that same girl. She's that same girl next door. She has all this fame, but she's still that same girl. And that's what Taylor feels like. It feels like she's never changed. That fame has never changed her. That she is the same Taylor. And that one action of her just standing up and saying, "Thanks for having me," it just shows that. Because you have this emotional, powerful performance where you hopefully a bit teary-eyed and it's not just me. And then when she delivers that, she just stands up and just goes back to just being Taylor. And you see that with her Eras Tour performances and Reputation and, you know, those, like, performances where she has to, like, get really badass, you know, those badass Taylor performances. And we're just lost with just, like, watching her. But you realize it's just her embodying those songs, and every now and then she cracks and she smiles and she gets, like, a bit shy and that sort of stuff. And you see that come through, and then you realize she's just the same. She is just the same, this absolute sweetheart. I have to say, this was fantastic. I can see why so many people are recommending it. This was beautiful to listen to. This was an amazing performance to watch. And her vocals on this are some of my absolute favorite I have heard from her. From start to finish, I found myself just getting lost in her beautiful voice. This wonderful performance. The exposition and monologues, like, between each song, absolutely outstanding. It's made me really want to watch, like, an introduction to Taylor Swift. One comment I get from a few people is, like, when they recommend me to other people on, like, Twitter or something like that, I always see people, like, saying, "Oh, check out G.O.T, very emotional reactor. He doesn't really know much about Taylor's personal life." And a lot of you seem to love that. And some of you want me to know a little bit more. It's like, when it comes to anyone, I've always found it odd, like, learning about someone's personal life if I don't know them or they're not telling me themselves. But I would love to, like, watch, like, an introduction. If there's, like, a good introduction to Taylor Swift, we watched, like, a bunch of documentaries and stuff like that, but, like, a really good introduction to Taylor Swift video. If you guys are thinking of one right now, let me know down below, because I feel like there's just so much more I want to just learn about her. We've reacted to, like, over 100 of her songs now, and I want to know more about her. I really do. So let me know. What should I watch? Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this Tuesday. Quite a long one, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Have yourselves an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reaction. If not, let me know what I could do better. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.